Mother. So, are you ready to mingle with the doomed house guests? The contract is waiting. Do you like parties? Because you've been invited to one. Of course, you'll be killing all the other guests. Are you ready to attend? Splendid. You need to go to the city of Skingrad, to the large house known as Summit Mist Manor. There, you will meet up with 5 very unlucky guests. In order to receive your bonus, you must kill each guest secretly, one by one. If anyone sees you committing murder, the bonus is forfeit. The guests believe there is a chest of gold hidden in the house, and have agreed to be locked inside until one of them finds it. In fact, the guests believe the key to the manor is inside the chest, and only by satisfying their greed will they be allowed to leave. Poor fools. There is, of course, no chest of gold. The guests will find no key. After you arrive, the doors will be locked behind you, as everyone expects. When all the guests lie dead, you will be free to leave. Now go. See the doorman at Summit Mist Manor. He will explain the rest. Have fun. Each guest, at some point in the past, wronged their mysterious host. Now, he's hired us to exact his revenge. Go now, dear family.
I know it. If you really plan on killing the guests one by one, make sure that when you strike hard. Don't want anyone running for help, do you? Happy hunting, my brother.
Yes, dearest. Remember, you must make the other guests feel comfortable. Make them like you. Make them trust you. Then bathe in their blood. Good luck, brother.
Ah, dear friend, may I steal a moment of your time? Very well. Remember the pretenses under which the guests are there. They will be suspicious. You must be as effective an actor as you are a killer. It would be a good idea to talk to each guest and appeal to their good disposition. Remember, if they really like you, they may open up to you. You should dress appropriately. The Deceiver's finery, your recent quest reward, would serve this purpose nicely. If you earned it, that is. May you walk always in the shadow of cities.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Please continue. The key to successfully completing this contract is effectively blending in with the other guests. So, for Sithis' sake, do not wear your hood. Spill some blood for me, dear brother.
How are you today? So the last guest finally arrives. I'll tell you what I told all the others. You go in, I lock the door. You don't come out until it's over. Now I'll tell you what I didn't tell everyone else. We have the same mother, you and I. And she wants you to have this. It's the key to the house. I guess someone else has already told you the other details. Kill all the guests, then leave, right? Well, you better get in there. Time to mingle. I enjoy the wines that Tamika makes at her vineyard, and they're reasonably priced as well. Go, socialize. Talk to those fine people, and then plunge your knife into their throats when they ain't looking.
The sixth guest has finally arrived. Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting? It seems like an age. Whoever invited us here must at least know us, don't you think? In any event, we're all stuck here together, so we might as well get acquainted. The rest of us have already traded introductions. I'm Matilda Petite. The others are Nels the Naughty, Neville, Devisi Dran, and Primo Antonius. Now who might you be? Please, tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh, you poor dear. Well, this does make things difficult for me. I want to find the gold as much as anyone, but you need it so much more than I do. Personally, I think she's a little floozy. She's been eyeing young Primo Antonius, probably smells his wealth. That's right, it's a Breton name. I'll have you know the Petites are one of High Rock's oldest and most respected noble families. Oh, that man disgusts me. I find his entire manner offensive. Why, just before you got here, he told me the most off-colour joke about an Argonian maid. Well, if I can be perfectly honest with you, I find Neville quite attractive. Red Guards are so exotic, don't you think? It's obvious that young Primo comes from wealth. A chest full of gold would be mere spending change for him. For you, of course. Thank you. That's really fun. I doubt it. That's... Yeah, right. All right then.
So,
I guess I'd
Nord,
better start
you
looking.
find the gold.
That gold's
What
not
would
going to
you
find
say?
itself. Hello, dear. Listen, I've been thinking. Why don't we form a kind of alliance? If either one of us finds the chest of gold, we split it, 50-50. With the two of us working together, we're sure to find the chest before anyone else. What do you say? Do you want to team up? Oh, wonderful. This is going to be such fun. So, any ideas where we should begin searching first? Oh, good idea! Maybe the chest is hidden under the floorboards. All right, I'll head down there and start looking. All right then, I guess I'd better
I'm
start
gonna
looking.
open a tavern.
That gold's
Not that I...
Hello, I'm Dovesi. I'm very pleased to meet you. Now that you're here, we can really start looking for that chest of gold. What I mean to say is, before you arrived, we all just sort of glanced around a bit. Now that we're all officially here, we can look in earnest. Not much to tell about me, really. I'm from Morrowind originally, but my family moved to Valenwood a few years ago. Honestly, I don't think she likes me. It's because I'm a Dunmer. I heard her say something to Neville, and it wasn't very nice. Every now and then he looks over at me and smiles. I think he's sweet on me. If Nels finds the gold, maybe he'll want some company. I know he's a retired soldier. But not just a soldier. He was an officer in the Imperial Legion. I hate the Legion and everything it stands for. When those soldiers came to Morrowind, they persecuted my people and stole our lands. Neville may not be in the Legion anymore, but who knows what atrocities he committed. It's pretty obvious that Primo comes from a wealthy family. He would never be interested in a girl like me, I'm afraid. He did? Oh my goodness, what should I do? Should I talk to him? Or maybe play hard to get? Or should I, or would that be too forward? Yeah, you think? Okay, I'll just try to calm down. Calm down, Dovesi. Calm down. I'll just take it slow. I can do that. Thanks again, dear friend. Certainly. What a wonderful compliment. That never... You win. You're revolting. You've got a point. You should be... Really now, you're... So you say. Really now, you're such a charmer. Yeah, I can't argue. Not funny. Not even a... You've got a point. Ugh, what a... Yeah, right. That works for me. All right, then, I guess I'd better start looking. You seem like a very nice person. I very much want to find the gold, but I wish you luck. May the best guest win.
A tavern?
Oh, yes, maybe we'll speak again.
Oh, I should have known. Leave it to a barbarian to spend an entire chest full of gold on beer and mead. How pathetic.
I can't quite decide where I
You
should
can
look.
call me a
I
barbarian.
don't want to break anything, but
it's
the chest
true,
of gold could be hidden
and I'm proud of it.
anywhere. So, you finally showed up. It's about time. People of my station are not accustomed to waiting. Can I be honest with you, my friend? I find Dovesi captivating. She possesses a beauty beyond compare. Maybe you could do me a favor. If you speak with her, put in a good word for me, would you? I would be forever in your debt. Apparently, the poor old woman thinks she's from a well-to-do family. Truth is, I have servants with more nobility in their blood than her. Nels isn't drunk. He doesn't even try to hide that fact. But what else is he? When the liquor is dried, what remains of the man? I think Nels drinks to forget, maybe about some tragedy in his life. He plays the buffoon, but I sense a deep sadness in him. I know he's a retired Imperial Legion officer. Apparently, he's been in campaigns all across the Empire, from Skyrim to Morrowind. I also get the sense that he's very eager to find the gold. I can't imagine his life of servitude to the Empire left him with much to retire on. It's a regal name from a rather regal family. Indeed, my father owns more property than the East Empire Company. Tell me more. Oh, please. You're No, remarkable. Oh, ugh. No. Well done. Really? Oh, please. Get away. Please. I'm embarrassed, but... No. You do me... Is that Ugh. That's foul. I have a good idea for that. So, are you ready to search for the chest of gold? I'm confident I'll find it. Not that I need the money, of course. My family is quite wealthy. Oh, yes.
Well, hello there. Nels is my name. Some call me naughty, but don't you believe it. Let me confide something in you, my friend. Dovesi is the spitting image of my own daughter. Her skin is darker, of course, but that sweet face. My daughter was killed, you see, a few years back by bandits. I'm sorry. Please forgive a father's heavy heart. You should have seen the old biddy trying to talk to young Primo Antonius. She may be a noble, but he looked down on her like a scullery maid. Ah, don't let the name fool you. I had a bit too much mead a few years back, and there was this tavern wench. Anyway, just call me Nels. I will confide something in you, my friend. I despise Neville and all his Imperial Legion ilk. They are useless, uncaring tools of corruption. 3 years ago, my village in Skyrim was attacked by bandits. We went to the nearby Imperial Legion outpost, but they refused to help us. My dear, sweet daughter Olga was killed that day. She was murdered, and the Legion would do nothing to help her. Neville and his kind are scum. Primo is young and rich. I can sense a good, decent person in there somewhere. He just has to get his priorities straight. For you, of course. Whatever you... I don't talk such rot. Sorry. Really? Interesting. Not now. Whatever you want. Really? Interesting. Well done. I accept. Not now. That's just stupid. Well, my friend, the search is on, eh? I wonder how much gold is actually in the chest. 1,000 pieces of gold? 10,000? I guess it all depends on the size of the chest. The bigger, the better, of course. But where would our mysterious host have hidden such a thing? I have a good idea what...
Ah, yes, the sixth guest. I'm Neville. It's nice to make your acquaintance. Oh, yes, Davisi Dran. She's a dark elf originally from Morrowind, or so I hear. I get the sense she doesn't like me very much. Matilde seems like an upstanding citizen of the Empire. She respects the law and recognizes the Legion as Tamriel's greatest defense against evil. Nels is a Nord, and like all Nords, he's a lawless barbarian with no respect for authority. I'm a Redguard, though I've never actually been to Hammerfell. I was born here in Cyrodiil. My family has been in the Legion for 3 generations. Primo's a blue blood, a noble through and through. He thinks he's better than most people, and in most cases, he's right. Take your time. That's just... Oh, that's great! What? Well done. I like that a lot. Well done. Oh, what nonsense. All right, I get it. Davisi is a dark elf. They call themselves Dunmer. When I was young, I spent some time stationed on Fort Moonmoth, on their homeland of Morrowind. I have great respect for the Dunmer people. They are strong and noble and generally understand the importance of law and discipline. Unfortunately, Davisi doesn't seem to like me very much, but I don't blame her. The young ones tend to have problems with authority figures. If I may be honest, I feel a bit sorry for the old woman. She comes from a noble family, I'm sure, but seems a lot less well off than she should be. Know what I think? I think that barbarian will do anything to get his hands on the chest of gold. His kind are greedy and vicious, all of them. Trust me, I know. I was stationed at Fort Frostmoth for a few years on the Isle of Solstein. Those Nords are a bunch of animal-worshipping savages. They're all the same, full of meat and something to prove. We lost a lot of good men up there. A lot of good men. I'll confess that I have no idea why Primo is here. The kid's got more wealth than the rest of us combined. He sure doesn't need a chest of gold. Maybe he's incredibly greedy, but I don't think so. My guess is that Primo is so bored he simply has nothing better to do. Certainly. I have a good idea. You want my honest opinion? This whole setup, the party, the chest of gold, it doesn't make any sense. Why would someone invite us here? Why would they just give away an entire chest of gold? If I didn't know better, I'd say this whole thing is a trap. So why am I here? Greed, my friend. I need the gold. I served the Legion proudly for 23 years, but pride doesn't put food on my table. I have a good idea where that chest might be. That gold is as good as mine.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Oh, hello, sweetie. So, no luck yet in finding the gold, I gather? I've been looking as well, but haven't found so much as a clue. Hmm?
Why? Why would someone do this? The taking of a life is against every principle I hold dear. It's something I just can't understand. You know, that's what I like about you. You're such a good listener. Thanks. I feel so much better now. I think I'll head down to the basement and get something to eat. I think there's some cheese down there.
It's not safe to be alone. I certainly don't want to be the third victim. We're being stalked like animals in the forest. I'm still not sure if the killer is one of the other guests or is hiding somewhere in the house. One thing I do know is that the killer won't just stop with two. They never do. You and I, we need to watch each other's backs. I've got my old Legion armor and sword in a chest upstairs. It's time I geared up and showed this coward just who he's dealing with. Primo may be young, but he looks strong, and I'm sure he could handle himself in a fight. I think I'm going to enlist his help. I'll talk to Primo, give him a bit of encouragement. If he and I are vigilant, we may prevent the killer from claiming another victim. That mead-swilling barbarian killed those two people. I'm sure of it. I don't have the proof just yet, but I'm watching him. Don't you worry, my friend. Nels won't get away with this, not on my watch. Mathilde's murder saddens me, friend. But not for the reason you may think. 10 years ago, when I was in my prime, this never would have happened. But now I'm old, and my instincts have failed. I let that woman down. I was in the Legion for a great many years, my friend. I saw a lot of horrible things, including the murders of children. It made no sense then, it makes no sense now. But don't you worry. I vowed to bring Devisi's killer to justice. Stay safe. That's it. Don't worry, my... For you? Of course. Stay...
I haven't seen death like this in a long, long time. It's a bit more than my nerves can handle, I'm afraid. I plan to gather up every drop of drink in this house and keep it to myself. If things get any worse around here, I find comfort there, you see. No. When I looked into Devisi's face, it was like peering at my own daughter. I feel like I've lost her all over again. Some bloodthirsty monster killed that woman in cold blood. It's obvious to me one of the other guests killed her to eliminate the competition. Assuming that's true, who's next? You? Me? We need to keep our eyes open, friend, and we'd do well not to trust the others. With two of us now dead, it seems like the others are looking for Neville for protection. The fools. He'll kill them like he did the others. That's right. I think Neville is the murderer. I can't prove it yet, but he'll slip up, just you wait. Whatever you do, don't turn your back on him. Let me ask you something, friend. Why is Primo even here? The rest of us need the money, but his family is wealthy beyond measure. Maybe he was bored, or maybe he just wanted to do some slumming. Or maybe he's a trained assassin hired to kill us all, one by one. Sound crazy? Well, these are crazy times, my friend. Stay safe.
Dear friend, have you heard? Two of the guests now lie dead. If I find out who did it, I may have to take matters into my own hands. Who among us is vile enough to take the life of such a beautiful, precious creature? If I find out who did this, they will pay with their life! Between you and me, I think Matilda found the gold, and one of the others killed her for it. Maybe that means the rest of us are safe. If that's the case, then the killer got what he was after. The rest of us needn't worry about our own safety. To be honest, I'm not sure if I trust him. He's a hard drinker, but there's something more. Something in his eyes. Hard and calculating. Well, Neville is a trained soldier. He was in the Imperial Legion for 20 years or so, I've heard. He certainly knows how to kill. Still, I don't think he's the murderer, no. Quite the contrary. I think he takes the murders personally. Feels he should have protected the victims. Stay safe, if that's even possible.
A pleasure to... Don't get any ideas about one. It's my pleasure. Stay safe.
So many people dead. I just don't know who to trust anymore.
My friend, please stay safe. 3 of us have been murdered. Besides you and me, there's only one guest left, if you know what I'm saying. I've seen death like this before. Many years ago, my daughter was murdered by bandits who came to our village. I'm sorry. I need a drink. You want to know how I really feel about Neville's death? I'm afraid. I may hate the Imperial Legion, but its members are trained warriors. Neville was probably the most capable fighter among us, yet he was cut down silently, just a few rooms away. I fear one of us is not who they appear. This isn't the work of some greedy houseguest. There's an assassin among us. You mark my words. We must watch ourselves at every step.
Dear friend, 3 of the guests have been killed. You and I, we must stay close, band together for mutual protection. I was right about him. He's been doing it. He's the killer. My friend, you and I have to end this. We must kill Nels before he kills us. It's finally over. The killer is dead. We just need to get out of here.
Fills my heart with war.
Well done. Not only did you kill the 5 guests, you acted as an agent of terror and grief. You have earned your reward and bonus, assassin. I lay upon you now the Night Mother's blessing. May she walk with you always and guide your hand as you act in accordance with the 5 tenets.